Karen refused to serve black delivery guy. He owns the delivery company. In the peaceful enclave of Oak Creek, Karen Thompson reigned supreme, a woman known for her unwavering self-assurance and imperious demeanor. Karen believed the world revolved around her whims, and anyone who dared to defy her rules was met with swift disdain. With her meticulously styled blonde hair, designer wardrobe, and signature sneer, Karen embodied wealth and privilege. Oak Creek was a close-knit community where residents typically prioritized harmony. However, Karen's presence cast a long shadow of simmering tension. From disparaging grocery store clerks' attire to demanding special treatment at local businesses, Karen never hesitated to voice her discontent. The denizens of Oak Creek had grown accustomed to gritting their teeth and bearing Karen's antics, muttering complaints behind her back, but never daring to confront her directly. They feared retribution, becoming the next target of Karen's wrath, or facing social ostracization within the neighborhood. A prime example was Karen's treatment of Mr. Rodriguez, a hard-working delivery driver for a local company called Swift Delivery. Karen routinely complained about delivery times, made unreasonable demands, and refused to tip Mr. Rodriguez if her packages didn't meet her exacting standards. Other neighbors sympathized with Mr. Rodriguez, but none dared to intervene, fearing Karen's reprisal. The fragile tranquility of Oak Creek was shattered by the arrival of a new resident, David Miller. David was a driven young entrepreneur who had built Swift Delivery from the ground up. He took immense pride in his work and was committed to providing exceptional service to his customers. Unlike the submissive residents of Oak Creek, David was not intimidated by Karen's imperious behavior. Their initial encounter occurred when David personally delivered a package to Karen's residence. Karen, engrossed in gardening while sporting a designer tracksuit, scowled as the delivery truck pulled into her driveway. She strode towards David, her expression sour. "Who are you?" Karen demanded, her tone haughty. "I wasn't expecting any deliveries." David, accustomed to dealing with difficult customers, politely explained, "Good morning. I'm David from Swift Delivery. I have a package for Ms. Karen Thompson." Karen eyed David up and down, her distaste evident. "Well, I'm not sure I want to accept a delivery from you," she said, emphasizing the word "you" with a subtle sneer. "I've had some very unpleasant experiences with your company in the past. They're always late and the service is appalling." David maintained his composure, though he felt a prickle of annoyance at Karen's baseless accusations. "I apologize for any past inconveniences you may have encountered," he said, "but I assure you, we've made significant improvements to our service. May I deliver your package now?" Karen crossed her arms, a picture of disdain. "I don't think so. I'm not about to risk my precious belongings with some incompetent delivery person. Just take it back and have them send someone else." David, who took immense pride in his professionalism, felt his integrity stung. "Ma'am, I am the owner of Swift Delivery," he stated, his voice firm. "I personally guarantee that all our packages are handled with the utmost care and delivered promptly. I will deliver this package to you myself." Karen erupted in laughter, a grating, dismissive sound. "You? The owner? Don't be ridiculous. You don't look like a business owner. You look more like a mailroom clerk." David took a deep breath, striving to remain calm. He had encountered his share of difficult customers, but Karen's blatant prejudice was something else entirely. "Ma'am, a person's appearance has no bearing on their capabilities," he said. "I am proud of my work, and I am committed to providing you with the best possible service. Now please allow me to deliver your package." Karen remained unmoved. "I don't believe you. I want to speak to your manager." "I am the manager," David stated, his voice growing sterner, "and I will not tolerate being spoken to in this manner. Now you will either accept your package, or I will leave it here and mark it as delivered." Karen's face flushed with anger. "You can't do that. I'll sue your company. I'll make sure you lose your job." David shrugged. "That's your prerogative, but I'm confident my company will stand behind me on this. Now, it's your decision." Karen glared at David for a long moment, clearly taken aback by his defiance. She was unaccustomed to being denied her way, especially by someone she perceived as beneath her. Finally, with an angry huff, she snatched the package from David's hands and slammed the door in his face. David stood on the porch for a moment, stunned by Karen's audacity. He had never encountered such blatant discrimination before. He knew he couldn't let this incident pass. David's defiance ignited a spark of courage in others who had long endured Karen's tyranny. Neighbors who had once whispered in fear now found their voices, united in their resolve to confront her overbearing behavior. A coalition emerged, comprising those who had suffered Karen's disdain and those who simply refused to tolerate such treatment any longer. The community fractured. Some, still cowed by the potential repercussions, remained loyal to Karen. Others, emboldened by David's example, openly challenged her, leading to heated confrontations and deepening divisions. Homeowners association meetings devolved into battlegrounds, rife with accusations and counterclaims. As the conflict escalated, so did the stakes. David found himself at the forefront of the movement against Karen, his quiet professionalism and unwavering integrity earning him the respect and admiration of the community. He organized meetings, documented Karen's abuses of power, and rallied support for a formal censure. Karen, sensing her authority slipping away, retaliated with increasing desperation. She spread malicious rumors about David, attempted to sabotage his business, and even resorted to personal attacks against his character. Her once impeccable facade began to crumble, revealing the ugly pettiness and vindictiveness that had festered beneath the surface. The conflict reached its zenith during a contentious town hall meeting. Karen, in a last-ditch effort to maintain control, launched into a tirade against David, painting him as a liar, a fraud, and a threat to the community. She presented doctored evidence and twisted anecdotes, attempting to sway public opinion in her favor. But David was prepared. He calmly presented irrefutable proof of Karen's misconduct, including signed affidavits from intimidated residents, damning emails, and even a secretly recorded audio confession. The evidence laid bare Karen's pattern of abuse, her manipulation, and her blatant disregard for the well-being of others. The revelation of Karen's deceit sent shockwaves through the community. The townspeople, long suspicious of Karen's behavior, were now confronted with the undeniable truth. Karen's carefully constructed image of respectability shattered, exposing her for the petty tyrant she truly was. In a dramatic turn of events, a vote of no confidence was held at the town hall meeting. By an overwhelming majority, the residents of Oak Creek voted to remove Karen from her position of power within the homeowners association. She was also formally censured and faced a barrage of demands for apologies and restitution. Karen, once seemingly untouchable, was forced to confront the consequences of her actions. She was ostracized by the community, abandoned by her former allies, and stripped of the social standing she so desperately craved. The experience was a humbling and transformative one, forcing her to acknowledge the depth of her wrongdoing and the pain she had inflicted upon others. The aftermath of Karen's downfall brought profound changes to Oak Creek. The community, once fractured and fearful, emerged stronger and more united. They learned the importance of standing up to injustice, of valuing character over status, and of recognizing the inherent worth of every individual, regardless of their background or profession. David, though initially reluctant to embrace the role of hero, became a symbol of hope and empowerment for the community. He continued to run swift delivery with integrity and compassion, earning the respect and gratitude of his fellow residents. The tale of Karen and David served as a cautionary reminder of the destructive nature of arrogance and prejudice, and the redemptive power of courage and unity. It underscored the importance of treating everyone with dignity and respect, regardless of their position in life, and the enduring truth that true strength lies not in dominance, but in empathy and compassion.